Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. See by the title below, yes, this is on episode 5 of Recreators, and yeah, I know, I'm sorry that this is a day late, guys, but literally I was just super busy yesterday with a huge project, but luckily I am finished with that project, which means finally I am done with finals, which means I don't have to worry about school because it's summer vacation, which means that, all my episodes, if you've noticed that they've been kind of all over the place, certain ones being late while some aren't, because I'm trying to figure out when I have time to make, watch the episode and make the reviews. You don't have to worry about that as much anymore unless it's something really big that pops up, because now that I don't have to worry about school, all my episode reviews should be finally back on a normal schedule basis. So I just wanted to, of course, clarify that to you if you guys were wondering why this, of course, was a day late. And, of course, also, once again, apologize and say sorry that this was late. Just, I couldn't help it. I had to finish this project. But finally it's done, so we don't have to worry about that for now, obviously. So, yeah, let's get on to the review. How did I feel about this episode? Honestly, even though it was, like I said before, like I keep saying, even though it wasn't some crazy action-packed episode, to which I actually do want, I'm actually okay with having all these, world-building episodes, having them kind of just build up everything to the point where you know for a fact when it hits, when the action hits, which may not, I'm pretty sure it's not the next episode, but there's a high chance that it might be in the episode after that, or I don't know, somewhere along the way, but I would say more along the way of not next episode, but the episode after that. But when the action does come, you know for a fact it's going to drop hard, and it's probably going to be some super crazy shit, to which I am super excited for. But how did I feel about this episode before I just keep talking about like the hype of what's going to be coming? Honestly, really enjoyed it. Got to see, of course, the first new, not first new character, but a new character along here, which is Rui, which we got to see in the last episode at the very end with him and his mech coming in. We got to see, kind of introduced to his character, which was, it was pretty interesting to see. He was kind of like a shy kid at first, not really like the main character you would think of, and then the next moment he's like super defensive and he's like, you know what, I don't give a crap about this world. I don't care what you're saying. I'm not gonna do what you want. I'm gonna do what I want. He just like starts to walk out of the room and everything, and it was pretty funny at this point, honestly. Like, I love the way that Recreators always somehow makes, like, even though when there's no action parts, like, it's a lot of it's a huge info dump and a lot of it's really serious, but they always somehow throw in these light-hearted moments like this that it kind of just cracks you up and just like, yeah, okay, that's pretty funny. Like, they do it right here in this moment, and then of course they get serious, and they also do it along with when it's in when during the council meeting with Meteora, which I was literally just cracking up. I was like, this moment, of course, with him literally, so he said that he didn't even get to go on a date with the main character, the main heroine of his story, and Celestia goes along and says, well, I may not be her, but I'll go on a date with you if you come with us and help us and everything like that. And I'm literally like, yeah, sure, I'll go out with Celestia, hands down, no doubt about it. But he just full on just rejects her like nothing, like, I'm more interested in younger girls, and just closes the door on her, and pretty much saying that she's old, and she's just like literally just turns around like, why is he so mean, what the heck, blah blah blah. And I was literally just cracking up. I was like, damn, I did not expect that, And then, of course, another thing that I didn't expect, of course, which I actually really ended up enjoying, was the whole thing with the Japanese self-defense force coming along. Rui once again with his damn mech, which is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, just lifting the house. But of course, I didn't expect the government to be I didn't expect them to be going in on this as well and actually helping them out. And the way the council meeting went, normally when you watch these kind of things, a lot of the times, the politicians, the way they're portrayed, are a lot of them, they can never get, they're always arguing and everything. There's a lot of them are stupid and stuff. Probably one of them or a couple of them would be like, no, we can't let them be free. We have to, enforce them and imprison them or something along those lines. A lot of times that's how it is with these stories. But what I found was actually interesting was that it was actually a really constructive meeting, and I actually was like really into it. Like, a lot of times when you watch these kind of episodes with like just like slow build up like this, a lot of times I would just be like, oh my gosh, is this ever gonna end? Why is this so much slower than normal? But this episode, with everything that happened, I was actually like, when it finished, I was like, holy shit, it already finished? I want more, honestly, because it was that interesting. They did a really good job at making the way the meeting, like how the meeting was perfectly aligned with Meteora doing a great job at explaining everything, kind of taking the lead, and them like kind of listening to her, and her pretty much saying that, you know, the main focus they gotta do is, of course, you know, find these if there's any new creations, go and save them along with the creators, and obviously, you know, we have to focus on getting this military girl. To which, of course, they voiced their concerns and everything, and it was like back and forth, but not in a way that like, no, we can't listen to this story of a character. They're not real, kind of thing. You know, they treated them like real people, and I really enjoyed seeing that kind of aspect and them working together. And it looks like it's going to be pretty damn interesting all along the way, now that the military is helping them as well, and, you know, helping out all of the people on their side, since they have a heavy task of course being the military girl, with of course who she has on her side as well. Twitch was pretty funny to see Alestina, I don't remember her name fully exactly, but when she broke into the police station full on, just like, where's the creator, you know? And I was just like, damn, she just grabbed him from the police station, ran out, and obviously I'm pretty sure he's not dead because she wants him to change her story and everything. But I feel sorry for him. He's in prison now. So yeah, it's smart to pretty much they gotta get all the creators that they can and save them before stuff like this happens, obviously, you know. But of course, it was also interesting because we got to see like the guy with the gun as well in there as well, you know, him fighting I forget his name now, the guy with the sword, the wooden sword. It was a pretty cool fight with him just jumping around, one dude just smashing the ground, him just flying too as well and shooting. And it'll be interesting to see, like, did he find his creator as well? Did Magical Girl find her creator as well? Sorry, there's so many main characters that I actually don't remember all their, you know, names. I remember Meteora and Celestia obviously because they're like the main girls and everything, but I kind of always just blank out when I'm thinking of the other characters, especially considering they don't show them as much, obviously, you know. But yeah, like, and there's still also the whole fact that we haven't seen the Alchemist girl either. We've seen her in the opening, but we've not seen her yet in either the military girl side or, of course, on, you know, Celestia, Meteora, them side. So she may not even be in the world yet, obviously, because like Rui just came into the world in this episode. So honestly, we don't know for a fact if she's even there yet or if she is going to be summoned in the next episode. But it should be interesting to see when her character comes in as well. But yeah, overall, a pretty damn good episode. Like, I really enjoyed the whole discussion that they had, the whole conference meeting between the government and, of course, you know, Meteora and the rest of the creators and createes, along with Sota as well. Obviously, he still gets the benefit. At first, when she was like, "Oh, all creators and you know, the creations will be protected and everything," I was like, "What about Sota? I mean, towards the end, we saw some crazy shit, but they don't know that." But, you know, also, you know, he's not a creator, so is he gonna be protected? Luckily, yeah, he still is. But overall, I also like the whole interaction between Meteora and the head woman of the council. When they were talking, it felt like it wasn't this kind of strained relationship where they're just helping them to, you know, help themselves. It was actually like a normal interaction between people, just like, oh yeah, I would have did this, I would have done that, you know, talking about like heroism and all that kind of stuff. And it was pretty interesting, honestly. Like, I really enjoyed the interactions that they have in this series, considering, like I said, it would be pretty cool to see a character from an anime or manga or a light novel or a video game that you've played and see them in real life, and to see these kind of interactions, which are pretty realistic interactions. It's honestly pretty interesting, and that's one of the things that I do enjoy about this series, along with, of course, obviously somehow making it, even if it's a huge info dump, it makes it super interesting in a way that the way it's executed is really done well, honestly, in my opinion. And then, of course, the very ending, they give us this huge freaking cliffhanger with Sota pretty much, you know, going home and remembering something about, you know, obviously the girl who suicided at the beginning. And I'm guessing, I forget if there's a connection between them, how do they know each other, but she sent him some stuff, and it had to do with, obviously, him. I think he helped along the way with creating the military girl, and we see him looking at this link and everything, and I was like, holy shit. So yeah, looks like a lot of us were right, and he had a hand in creating her, even though I guess he kind of pushed it out maybe, or he didn't remember, or like honestly I'm not too sure exactly what's going on there, but now it seems that he does know, and there is some huge connection between him and her, and of course whoever that girl who committed suicide is, and that'll probably be something that's huge in the next episode, which I honestly cannot wait to see. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And I want to know, guys, anime watchers only, and this is off of source material, so source material readers, how do you guys feel about this episode so far? Actually, I don't know, is this based off a light novel? I'm actually honestly not sure right now. I could have sworn I did check it out, but I'm kind of blanking out right now. Is this based off a light novel or a manga? If it is, feel free to comment below that, because that's actually pretty interesting, because I never really thought about it. Usually, of course, an anime is always based off. Sometimes not, though, so who the hell knows? But I want to know, yeah, if there is source material readers, how did you guys feel about this episode? Anime watchers only, how did you guys feel about this episode? And yeah, just comment any of your thoughts of what might happen in the future as well. Obviously, no spoiling. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, if you like, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And until next time, guys, see ya.